Alright guys, back with our ongoing invasion of the Soviet Union. We're going to pick up right where we left off last time and just keep things moving. The war is going well. We're relocating some planes here, making some progress. As far as victory conditions go, we're up to like 46% or so. And basically good movement across the whole line. We have a nice big push going. I'm going to try to circle around, capture this radar here. And overall, a very solid, solid session going. Solid Barbarossa. We have a lot of troops freed up in the south after taking Odessa. We had a big pocket here. Romania's in the Allies. Wonder if I can use some tags to try to get them to help out. AI helps out when it wants to. But, you know, we'll take what we can get. I'm gonna leave these mountain troops in these cities. That'll free up infantry units. We are going to work towards freeing our Finnish brethren with a few units. We don't have a ton. I may be able to pull off some trickery here. We'll try it. I can't imagine Russia has many troops guarding Finland, especially with me pushing in at them. They do have boats, so that could end poorly. We're gonna lose some landing craft, it looks like. Yeah, not good. Yeah, I tried. I didn't think it was gonna work, but I thought it would go a little better than it is. Yeah, that's fine. I will have to build some more of those, but... And that is why we did not try an invasion of the mainland of England. Because it would have went something like that. Except way worse. Because there would have been troops on those boats. Again, try not to forget about troops behind the front. It's gonna happen, but minimize it. Romania might actually be listening to my tag there. It's always nice when they do that. That's fine, just get back into port. Jesus. We do have a gap in our line, we want to stop that as much as possible. Again, a ton of text coming off. It's really gonna... I mean, you can see we have 170 points in upgrades. I want those, though, because our troops need to be better than the Russians. They can't fall behind. It's basically our only advantage. Ton of HQ units. So now we're going to try pushing north to try to relieve some of this pressure. As you can see, we're spread pretty thin up here. If we push from the south, we can probably reinforce pretty easily. Soviets are running en masse. That's a bad attack on my part. I shouldn't have attacked across that river. That shouldn't be a problem. We have an encirclement here. We're gonna try to maintain that. We're gonna try to trust the Romanians to go down this way. We'll see if they actually listen. Bad attack here. Gonna have to head that off quickly. That should just about do it. Since we're winning there, we'll push up with those and complete the transition. And actually, we can probably push across this whole line. Where? Alright, looking good there. We can probably sneak up here, it looks like. Up, we have to get our reinforcements in quickly. Beautiful. $203 upgrades. Absolutely ridiculous. Looks like Romania is actually listening. Normally the AI isn't quite as passive as Hungary and Bulgaria was. Usually they'd figure out some way to, you know, join the fight. Doesn't seem like that's the case. It seems like they want me to put down waypoints. We're gonna make a push towards Helsinki with our armor. Northern front looking very light, but a lot of these are HQ units. So, should go okay. If I can get rid of this airfield, we'll actually be in business. Generally, I wouldn't recommend doing something like this, but I think I took care of most of their units, so we'll have to just keep an eye on it so he doesn't get too circled. And we're just gonna keep moving. Everything looking good across this whole front. We've actually got... Oh, you can't go across that lake, that makes sense. That is not a great attack. Giant hole in our lines, not sure how that happened. Definitely important now that we have so many upgrades to make sure we are checking them as often as possible to try to get that IC back whenever our little icon pops up. Alright. Oh, did he cross there? That's strange. That battle not going well. See if I can bomb it into submission. Definitely a risk. This whole front kind of a risk, but freeing up Finland would be very useful. Again, actually I'm gonna move this entire... Oh, don't want to lose that. If we can take Helsinki, that might be all of Finland's victory conditions, actually. Which would be very nice. But I was going to try to bring up this fleet and just land my cavalry unit behind enemy lines and kind of ninja their victory conditions. Which probably would have worked if my boats didn't get immediately sunk. Southern front looking really good. Romania apparently afraid to attack. Where did I lose a province? Swaraz? Alright, so we're losing here. We gotta reinforce quickly. I don't see this battle. Oh, here we lost. Interesting. Okay. That's a pretty big hole in our lines. We'll have to try to fill it as soon as possible. Kind of feel like that should have liberated them. Interesting. Where are the rest of their victory points? The political system in Hoi can be a bit obtuse, and things you think should work sometimes don't. Then other times it seems like they do work. It's very difficult, and we need reinforcements in the north severely. Yep, that was expected. So that is the problem with the Soviet Union, is now we're expanding to the point into their territory where it's becoming more and more difficult to actually fill in gaps in the line. Why Romania won't just go right there to Sevastopol, I do not know, but we're going to send a mountain unit to go take it, hopefully. And our front has reformed along the river. The reason I'm doing day bombing is because it's less painful for the organization of the units. You suffer more penalties to your organization when bombing at night. Seems like the Romanians are just following our armies, which is interesting. I've never seen the AI do that. Not a big deal, but weird. You know what, these guys need to... I think I want to move this entire stack to the north front. I'm going to strategically redeploy them in the hopes that they can make some difference. taking as many cities as we can as fast as possible. We'll also eliminate the ports that the Soviet Union is using, and then perhaps our one boat will become more useful. Feeling pretty good about this push. Definitely want one of these guys to attack there to clear the river. Where is their last victory point? Oh, they have one all the way up in the north too? Nope. Just that one? I mean, let's try it. I don't know if that's actually gonna work, but maybe. Might be a waste of an armor brigade, but we'll see. With these units strategically redeploying up here, I may be able to reinforce or take that. I'd really like to liberate Finland, but I may be missing a game mechanic that's not allowing me to. Tons of upgrades. They really... I mean, if I wasn't doing so good on supplies, I would be concerned, but I'm gonna take the hit on supplies for now. I believe that's all of my upgrades, so we should be okay from here on out. Can get across here. Yeah, we're gonna lose most of these provinces. I can't cross that river, unfortunately. They just have so many units, it's absurd. Try and make a river crossing here. They're pretty weak. Yeah, this unit's gonna be some trouble. What I'd like to do, though, is prevent them from cutting off supplies to this tank. Oh, that's a lot of units though. I knew the northern front was going to be an issue. Jeez. There we go, Romania. Come on, follow me in. That is ugly. Wow. Alright, let's not look at that. Keep pushing up, hoping. It looks like they're trying to loop around and flank me from behind here. I'm hoping I can prevent that, which I should be able to through a combination of pushing up from this front here, looping up and pulling these units around. Then also, I just had all these units strategically redeploying to Leningrad. That should be more than enough to hold off this advance. Ton of units here that I'm not even utilizing. Them up north too. Units almost to Leningrad. Oh, they forced a retreat here. Yep, that's fine. We're actually going to try to take that back. There we go. Upgrades going off. It's going to get us some much needed IC. This unit is almost certainly going to get encircled. Here, let's try to save it. These are probably going to get sunk. Very intense. Ooh, so our boat's made it. We may be able to rescue this tank. Really wish I could liberate Finland. Huge battle down in Sevastopol. Luckily we have Romanians helping us out. Alright, that's gonna do it for this session. Some progress made. Couple risky maneuvers that may or may not pay off. Soviet Union down to 45.2 surrender progress, which I don't think is much of a change, if any. We are 1 month later in September. It's fall, which is not good, but we're gonna make what progress we can before winter. Japan doing its thing, not bad. We got Romania into the Axis, who are helping us out. We're gonna make a Hungary and Bulgaria waypoint. Maybe they can help us out. We'll see. Alright, but see you next time. When probably get to October, maybe November, and we'll see if I can maintain this progress through the winter. Alright guys, thank you.